Okay, friends, we're up here at the shelter. It's held up pretty well. See, I didn't really even have anything holding the tarps down, so the tarps merely blew off, but they just bunched up on it, kind of. It's the fireplace. I'm really happy with the way that it's going here. Check it out. So I've done an initial ring here and here, and this needs to be built up, kind of. So what I'm doing, I'm gonna make 2 rows though. See, so I've got this row of stone, and then I'm gonna flatten this out and put another row of stone so that they're holding against each other, kind of. Then get a larger piece to go over the top and build over it. I'm going to see if maybe I could do a chimney. I mean, these are all my plans, at least. So I've got another giant piece of tarp that needs to be cut into strips and thrown over it. I'm finally starting to feel better, so I think I can actually start getting on this. Look at all the dirt I've moved. I don't know if you can see this giant berm under here. And so I just need to pull the tarps back over. Is that our big piece? I think I threw it up over here, didn't I? The wind has started to change and it's gotten cold now. You can see the snow's starting to kind of come down the mountain. It's been a really weird winter because it's only barely snowed. And from what I hear from my friends all over the world, it's been the same for them too. Just like the weather's been being really weird. It does look though like it could definitely work its way down here. I saw the legend today when I was down at the Quick Stop. He said it's pretty much turning into winter up there. So, and his pickup had snow all over it. It does make me want to adventure. I mean, I've been laid up for about 4 months now with this pinched nerve. So like, it's been like driving me nuts. Not only does it hurt and everything, not being able to do the stuff that I normally do has started to kind of get into my head. I'm at about 80% now. Okay, I'm gonna need that sled. But yeah, I'm at about 80% now, maybe more. So I'm going to be heading up Chapaca pretty soon is the plan. Like either in the next week maybe, or in the next 2 weeks, because if I wait till I get my paycheck, I can take bearer supplies and stuff with me. So what I'm thinking about doing is kind of like getting used to the cold before I go and just moving into the shelter here, which could be really interesting. I mean, it's only gonna be about a week. It's more like just sleeping outside, you know? But when I go up to the mountain, see, I'm not going to have the ability to, I don't wanna push it all the way. It's hard to push it all the way even when I feel good. And I've cut it really close before in the past. So I want to do the whole camp halfway, maybe camp again at 3/4 the way. So like stopping at the corral first night, and then maybe, like it's so spooky up in that one spot. I mean, really from the Y to the trail, all the way to the cabin is really kind of spooky. I mean, I can't think of like many spots there I would actually want to make camp and sleep overnight, honestly. But I think I'm going to have to. What I'm thinking about, spend 3 days getting in, basically. Whoa. Like maybe spend the first night at the Legends, second night at the corral, third night spend maybe at Hooter Corner or at the little grove of aspens maybe. Those seem like really strategically safe places. At least at Hooter Corner I can get my back against something, you know. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking about. I thought right now what we could do, because I miss y'all guys. I miss getting to bring you out like this and show you stuff. And I know with doing all the live videos and everything, a few of my friends out there I think are just worried that that's all my channel is going to be anymore. And it's not. it just takes a really long time to be able to edit together the adventure videos and stuff. And so the live videos are really cool because I get to actually like meet y'all guys. You know, y'all are so important to me. It's like whenever anything happens, I reach for the camera so that I can beam y'all guys in here, you know, and like I can share whatever it is, my victory, my downfall, you know, something in between. And so what's really cool is I'm actually getting to meet a lot of y'all guys through the live videos and like learn about you and get to know you and everything. And for me, that's just really special. And then also just plain and honest too, it helps with the YouTube paycheck. It supports what I do and it supports the adventures because this is how I make my money now. You know, I do like odd jobs and stuff, but y'all guys have supported the adventures so well throughout the past couple years that I've been able to really start concentrating on just my YouTube now. Besides that odd job to pay the bills in between, you know. Oh, we need to come up and do some shooting up here too. Cause I've got, yeah, definitely. I've got to make sure my 44 is fine. When it sits so long with the powder in the chambers, I like to blast one round before I go to make sure that moisture hasn't gotten to the powder. Then my friend's dad gave me a kit that I put together recently. It's a single shot black powder rifle, really cool. I want to test that out, make sure that it works right. I don't know if I'll take it. It's really, really heavy. It's more like something that I would take if I were taking Max with me. I think what we'll do then, yeah, we'll run around through the 44, then the shotgun, and that's probably all we'll take. Because I'm gonna have to cut down on weight. There's no way that Max can get up the grade on his own. Not if there's snow and ice, and there's snow and ice. So I might see if the bosses will drop me off at the bottom of the grade again and then hike in from there. And oh man, I tell you, oh, it's grueling. I don't know why I do it to myself, but it's the best way to like live, you know? And I'm convinced, had I not like been so active throughout my life, I don't think I'd be in as good of shape as I'm in, you know? So it'll be good. I'm really looking forward to it. Like I said, I'm months behind. What I think we could do now, guys, if you want, well, let's walk down by the lake. I know we've done that recently, but it's really pretty down there. And we might just look around. It looks like the water's up. Then tonight I'm gonna try and edit out a video from this last year from the fire up on Chapaca, if I can real quick. We're headed to the lake a different way this time. This is up behind the lake. See all this tall grass? And what do you call those? Cattails. They're cattails. They're real tall out there. I've never come this way before because of snakes during the summer. And then this is usually like almost 8 feet of snow over here during the winter. So this is actually pretty cool. And look, the lake's way up too. Totally cool. There were a bunch of ducks on it this morning. Oh, I think there have been duck hunters down here. I forgot there were shots the other day. Look, they've constructed a little like blind out of these reeds and stuff. Pretty cool, actually. Totally cool. So yeah, see, they cut a bunch of these reeds from up there where I was just showing you. And then they came in, let's see, they made a stake right here. into the ground, and then they wove the sticks and stuff up to make like this natural fence kind of, right? And then took the reeds and stuck those down vertically into it to make the walls. And we got some shotgun shells too. Huh. Look, ducks. Oh, and I don't know if you can see them. There are a bunch more way out there, way out in the distance. See, as soon as I can get enough spare cash together, I'm gonna buy another camera that'll have zoom and night vision. It might not be 4K. Like right now I shoot in 4K. That's what's cool about GoPro. It will though get me, I can bounce between the shots probably and get in close on stuff like that so that y'all can really see like what I'm seeing. Okay, I'm gonna haul these shells out. That looks like all of them. Yeah, the lake is way up, way up. We've been getting a lot of rain. No snow, a lot of rain. It's just the weirdest winter I've ever seen. Like anywhere, actually. Just the weirdest winter. And we could keep going around. Looks like I might get my feet wet going that way. Maybe we'll cut back up this way and go around that way. I really like how yellow these trees are. Look at that. That is just like the yellowest yellow. Pretty cool. Watch your step. See how tall this grass is? For height comparison. Oh, and this is where they cut those reeds that I was telling you about. See? That's a cut mark right there. And there. And here. Yep. I hear that you can take these and dry them out and then soak them in like oil, and that they'll make like a good torch. I've heard that. I've never tried it. Actually, it might be neat. Let's do it. Now I know where they were cut. Those things are pretty strong. Okay, cool. Little science experiment. We'll have to let it dry probably. I'll put it in the heater tonight, or in front of the heater, and then we'll soak it tomorrow night, and then we'll burn it and see what happens. I love the way that I know I've told you about them before, but the way that the roots grow out of the branches of the tree and dip down into the water, because lots of times the water will get up to this level, and so that's how they get their nutrients and stuff. I tell you, Washington is the one state that I've been in that really from month to month completely changes. Like the rocks and sticks and stuff stay the same, but everything else is different. Different foliage, different flowers, the lakes are at a different level. I mean, it can really just change everything. And in the course of a month or two, I really noticed that up on Chapaca, because depending on what month it is, the place looks completely different. Have you noticed that? Like literally, it'll have flowers pretty much year round till the freeze, but the flowers cycle out, you know? So like one month it has really nice red flowers or something, and then the next month it'll be all blue all over. Yeah, it's just cool. And then winter is one of my favorite times up there. It's hard. I mean, that might be what I like about it. I like things that are really, really difficult and kind of like push my limits, you know? But I like the idea too that when a person does something that's really difficult long enough to get good at it, it becomes something that they want to do, you know? It's like having that skill. I want to do that thing, kind of, you know? Okay, this is one spot, so we can't, I mean, we could get around to where we normally go over there. And I don't feel like going through what we'd have to, because I think we'd have to go through like these trees or go over this. That's gonna get, I think that's gonna get pretty muddy over there, and I have no desire to soak my boots right now. I'm already, well, this isn't bad. It's squishy, but it's not muddy yet. So I think we'll just come over here and check this out. I don't think we've come over and checked this area out very much. I like how bright green it is, you know? Washington's a lot like Alaska in that aspect. It has a lot of different shades of green, I've noticed. In the times that it has green. Other times it's so hot in some places that everything's just like different shades of brown. Or kind of like this tan, you know? But this is really pretty. Funny how it looks so much smaller from back over there. Looked like it would have just been easy to go right up it. That's the thing about moss and stuff on rocks. Sometimes it can just slip right out underneath my feet. You feel how still it is out here? Growing up in this kind of peace and quiet, and in my case, isolation, and then like city life, you know, because after the show, there was a lot of like going to the big city and stuff, you know, like doing ads and then vacations and stuff. Promos, that's the word I was trying to think of. It was really cool, except for then I found myself kind of stuck in it. I couldn't get out of it. And I just really missed this. The quiet. The kind of like relying on myself But then not just that, it's like not having like the worry of outside interference really, or I don't know, it's so hard to describe. It's just out here I feel like it's as easy as it is for that duck. Which I'm not saying it's easy for that duck. I watched a duck the other day fighting for its life from an eagle down here. It was crazy. But you know what was neat is that the duck, right after the fight was over and the eagle was gone, it didn't go and hide underneath a bush or underneath a tree and shake and quiver, afraid to come back out. It just went right back out and started bobbing for fish like nothing ever happened. I just think that's interesting. Because I spent a little bit of my life like afraid, you know? And somewhere I had to kind of like train that out of myself. Now I like to think that I'm kind of like the duck, you know? Well, friends, I've been standing here talking to you for about 3 minutes. And then I looked over at the camera and saw it had turned off. That's it's it's so complicated sometimes. It is. It's just I really think it's funny because like I don't know. If life weren't difficult, I don't know how worth it would be. It's like, and I didn't even get the footage of it. The other day, I pulled into Burger King. I had a Triumph, right? I was doing so well. And yeah, I got out and my alternator had died. So I had to go down to O'Reilly's and like buy a new alternator. And I changed it myself. Michael gave me instructions over the phone, right? And it was so cool, this feeling of pride. I mean, there's nothing to changing an alternator, at least not on my rig. And I found that out, and I found out I could do it, and it was really, really cool. But still, it's like one thing after the next, you know? And I think at some point I've built up kind of a tolerance to it, really. Like, you'll see me laugh when stuff kind of just goes wrong. But yeah, no, I hope you like it out here. I thought this would be a nice place to bring you. I like the peace and the quiet. You know, that's why I like to share it with y'all guys. That, and you've shared so much with me. We've been on a lot of adventures together. All right, let's head on back. We need to see if we can dry this thing out, then soak it in oil, and then see if it'll burn. And I'm honestly thinking, I don't know if I want to put the energy into it today. I got up at 4 in the afternoon, or 4 in the morning. I got up at 4 a.m. I've utilized a good portion of my day. Got caught up on a lot of stuff. So I don't think that I have the energy right now to want to go up and cut that tarp into pieces and finish tarping the shelter right now. So I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'll get up just as early, as soon as the sun's up, head out, and then maybe by tomorrow night, I could move into it. I mean, I think that would be really neat. And I've been in the house and also in a very warm environment all this winter, really. So I'm not really used to the cold. My body hasn't adapted. So it might be nice to spend a few nights in that shelter and then work on and stuff before I head up the mountain is kind of what I'm thinking. It is so nice out here. I'm gonna have to fix this left boot of mine. Something about the sole, like the sole's in two pieces, and the way they attached it, it pops in and out every now and then when I walk. Drives me crazy. It makes like this clicking sound. I don't know if you can hear it. You hear that? I'm gonna find a way to fix that. I do not like that. That's like wearing a bell. I do not like to make noise. I put on cologne this morning for the first time in like 5 years. I never wear cologne because it'll give away your position, right? You can smell it. But yeah, for some reason this morning I did. I'm like, well, I've got clean clothes, you know, and all this. And I'm like, I might as well. Just a little aftershave. Gotta get our boat done too. If I'd known the winter was gonna be like this, I would have done the boat. Okay, so yeah, we'll run through the plan one more time. I know I do that a lot, but it's one way that I can like keep track of stuff, and then if I have to adjust the plan too, or if I think of something else, then I have to run through it over again from the top. So tomorrow, get up early. We've got to shoot the guns, make sure that they're functioning. I'll need to tarp the shelter. That's all I really need to do right now. The next day we can work on the fireplace. Yeah, spend a few days there, get my paycheck, buy some supplies for the mountain, and then head up. We'll spend, now this is rough right now, I'm thinking we'll spend the first night at the Legends in his barn. Second night we'll spend at the corral. Third night we'll find a place that we can post up for that night, somewhere strategically sound. Camp there, and then we'll be in the cabin the fourth night. Spend, I don't know, a couple days maybe, and then hike back out. Now, hiking downhill, I won't have to camp as many times. Make it probably all, we could probably make it, if we leave early, all the way to the Legends. I think what we'll do though is stop at the corral on the way back. So we'll eliminate the spooky camp spot. Camp at the corral, maybe stay at the Legends again, and then come home. I think it'll be cool. At least we don't have to worry about the snow load on the cabin. It hasn't snowed enough to worry about the weight. Okay guys, we're almost home. Hope that y'all guys have enjoyed this little walk. It's sure nice getting to bring you along with me. I love that sound. All right, guys. Never give up, never surrender. I'll see you tomorrow. Aha.